Hi guys. As I said, I was going to ask you guys for some money saving tips, and I have received quite a few great ones, so I just wanted to share them with you. Before I get started, I just want to say that I'm upset that I had to take my pajama pants off to film this video. I am wearing a shirt that's too small for me, but I like the message. It's from my friends at Oilers Nation. Boomy, get away from the camera. It is hope will never die, and that's something that we've felt for a long time in Edmonton as Oilers fans, and being upset with the decade of darkness. This will be shorter. This will obviously be harder, but we're going to get through this, and that's why I'm wearing this shirt, is because I know that people are struggling. Everybody's stressed out. Ask for help. There's a lot of people that can help, and we're going to get through this. So a couple quick notes before. Tanya just put out a thing on Facebook, and you can email her if you want more regular updates about what we find out about the government or any other things. We're going to be sending out sort of an at least weekly newsletter to our clients and anybody that just wants to be part of the email updates. It's not a selling tool. Just want to keep you informed, because I'm not always going to be doing everything on YouTube and Facebook videos. And I do have another idea that I'd like you to share or think about that the government could do to help, and I'll address it more in my next video. So please subscribe if you haven't already. And in my next video, I'm going to talk about some financial planning tips and strategies for, getting through this. If you've lost your job, if you have a pension, what to do with insurance, how to save money, and another idea about maybe supporting yourself by withdrawing from your RSP. And what I think the government should implement is allowing Canadians to access up to $5,000 per month out of their RSP on a tax-free basis for as long as this lasts, and then we can pay it back later. So just an idea I was thinking about today. So, let's get now to the money-saving tips. And this idea started from a friend of mine, a fellow comedian, really funny guy here in Edmonton, as that I actually joked about a few weeks ago. He's about my age, and his job apparently is to podcast about video games. He's got a great podcast called Remember the Game. Check it out. He also does another podcast about wrestling or something. I guess there's like 40-year-old guys that actually still like wrestling. So if you like video games and wrestling, check him out. His name's Adam Blank. Really funny, really great guy. But his tip just to friends on Facebook was, him and his wife aren't driving a whole bunch, obviously. So what they decided to do was call their car insurance company and take all of the insurance off of their one car, except for, garage insurance or sitting insurance or whatever. That way they can save, maybe $100 a month. Really great thing to do in these times of uncertainty. And I got a lot of great tips. Some are good that I'll share later about saving money in normal times, but the ones that I want to focus on are the ones that are saving money now, because it's really easy not to spend money right now. We just need to go to the grocery store and spend more there, but other than that, I don't even know what I'm spending money on. So some of the first tips came from a very nice client of mine named Sean, and he's always got really good money saving tips, so he's got quite a few. I'll just share with you. Lower your cell phone plan if you can. Drop to a lower data package if you can, because if you're just using Wi-Fi, that's a good idea. Review any subscriptions you have, Sirius Radio, anything you don't really use that often. Auto insurance again. Utilize free services from your library, audiobooks, so on. YouTube, learning. buy off-brand. Try and find a free app to replace a paid one. Cut the cord, obviously, is one. You know, I've thought about it, but my wife loves HGTV and we kind of want to have the news on TV, but the only reason I was ever keeping it before was for Oilers games, so it's pretty expensive there. Kijiji's your friend. If you need something, probably a good idea. You're supporting somebody that needs money in the community too. A lot of great tips from a really nice guy named George from Prince Rupert. Thanks, George. Says he's a big fan and much appreciated. Same thing with the vehicle, reduce to one vehicle with the lowest insurance cost and most economic to operate. Review your house insurance. These are always good. We've got a lot of time right now to maybe shop around for house insurance, car insurance. You can always do this, and brings me to another thought just from something maybe we can help with, is reviewing maybe your life insurance needs and what's going on there, because I know there are a ton of people that are paying, you know, hundreds of dollars into their life insurance policies when, you know, you could have similar insurance for, you know, $25, $30 a month. So it might be something to look into on there. Work on lowering your banking fees. There's a lot of online banks now that have no banking fees, so something you could do there. Quit your vice. I mean, it's a tough time to do that, but you know, I mean, he's saying make fruit wine making, homebrew, just taking up a craft. Cell phone landline, maybe get rid of one of those. Negotiate potentially with your credit card companies and your bank to get lower interest rates, and just claim maybe you will become insolvent if you're not. I did see something today that the government has asked banks and credit card companies to lower their interest rates. I sure as hell hope that happens, especially with the credit card companies, because they raised them to 20% in the 80s and then just never dropped them, and it's been unfair ever since. Turn down the heat. I mean, your mom's going to tell you that. Got a skill to barter. Gardening, house repair, maybe make a little bit of money or trade for another one. Repair your own stuff, change your oil. I mean, it's tough, right? Because you're not supporting local economies so much, but personally, you also need to take care of yourself. So it's difficult in that regard. Consider renting unused rooms, maybe when social distancing rules change a little bit. Could be a way to help somebody that's in need but also have a little income. Dale and Tanya, Tanya's my assistant, Dale's my friend, and her husband have a great idea. They're going to get a Flowbee and cut each other's hair, so I'm really excited to see how good they look afterwards. Quite a few people said to get a bidet. You'll save on toilet paper. Also just make you feel nice and fresh, which is nice. Craig has a few tips here. Do you still use and get the newspaper? Or maybe get rid of that. Shut the doors and vents to the rooms that you don't use. It's a good way to reduce energy consumption. Watch movies and TV together. Hang, dry your clothes. Cancel subscriptions. Maybe check your credit card statement for any pre-authorized purchases that you don't need anymore. A lot of people spend a lot of money every month on just things that just come out and you're like, I don't even know what that's from. So it's a good thing. And lastly, we got a message from a fan, a guy named Dustin from Red Deer that works at one of the big banks, and we kind of joked about, you know, following me, but really nice guy, and kind of a cool tip that I had thought about, but I was like, I don't think we're going to do that because we don't have a green thumb, but, you know, build a garden in your backyard, maybe a fun project with your kids. Once things come around, then you actually save money on vegetables and learn a new skill, and you know, it's good for the environment and maybe good for your mental health. So really good part about that. And he also gave a really good tip about with the banks, and because I mean he said they saw a 500% increase in call volume over the last week. Obviously, companies can't handle that. So here's what his thought process was: an easy way to get a hold of them if you need them. He said he would call the branch directly. Don't come to the branch. They want to distance themselves too. And also with the seniors coming in that don't use online banking and stuff, at least allow them to go in and not be in the rush. And better yet, send an email to whoever your last branch contact was, better than sitting on hold. They do want to help. I know they do. I mean, we're all like as humans in this together. So, I mean, try and give them a little bit of slack as they're trying to help you through this. And we'll try our best to keep you updated. There's a lot of information coming in all the time. So just take care of each other, be safe, and thank you guys very much again for watching. We'll see you soon.